Welcome and thank you for clicking on our video. This invention is called Quench. Quench solves a problem that millions of people encounter during the summer, especially in places with very hot and humid days such as Florida. Picture yourself sitting at a traffic light on a hot summer day somewhere along the hot, steamy asphalt of Florida. You see cars in front of you and behind you. Thankfully, you have the AC cranked up all the way, and so does everyone around you, so you're not really hot, except you are thirsty. Their occupants are thirsty as well. You know the puddles of water left behind underneath the cars are part of the regular hot summer days, but have you ever wondered where these puddles actually come from? The AC system inside a car works by compressing a gas into an evaporator, which in turn releases the gas at a lower pressure. The change in pressure causes the evaporator to cool to very cold temperatures. The inboard fan blows hot air from the outside through the cold evaporator, which cools the air down and blows a comfortable breeze into the cab. The hot, humid air cooling immediately through the evaporator causes condensation. This condensation produces water. The water is then routed through a hose to the outside of the cab, which in turn then drips away at the stoplight. What Quench does is it actually captures this water via a high temperature resistant hose, seen in red, and routes it back into a water holding tank. This tank is mounted on the external frame of the automobile underneath the transmission and is fitted with a filtration system to remove any contaminants. The tank is also fitted with an overflow valve. The holding tank on Quench can vary in capacity, depending on your vehicle mounting space, but for demonstration purposes, our vehicle was outfitted with a 1-gallon capacity holding tank. When the occupants of the automobile desire to quench their thirst, they activate a switch which pumps the water via a second hose back into the cab through a ventilation duct and into a cup. The hose is coiled inside the vent system to chill the water. Because distilled water has no vital electrolytes or nutrients, Quench then adds Gatorade syrup into the same cup, simultaneously mixing the water into a Gatorade beverage with plenty of flavor and electrolytes. The Gatorade syrup is contained in a separate container and is kept in an airtight environment to protect it from contamination. The capacity of the Gatorade syrup container may also vary, but for our demonstration, we have chosen a 1-gallon capacity holding tank. When the first switch is activated, the same electrical current runs through a similar pump which absorbs the Gatorade syrup and dispenses it at a proportional amount compared to the water to satisfy the ideal ratio Gatorade recommends. The possibilities of Quench are vast. As the system becomes more sophisticated, Quench can be mounted on school buses, semi-trucks, trains, city buses, planes, and virtually anything with an existing air conditioning unit. The ideal target market would be mothers picking their children up from school or sports practice, businessmen tasked with driving long periods of time, or thirsty commuters who want to satisfy a craving. Quench facilitates drivers who don't have time to make a stop, drivers who won't pay for high-priced beverages at convenience stores, consumers who have safety reasons for not stopping in certain areas, or environmentally conscious consumers who wish to reduce plastic container usage, and many more. So now that you have been introduced to Quench, I want you to picture yourself again at that traffic light on a hot summer day. Maybe you just left the gym or the bike trail, perhaps you just got off after a strenuous day at the job site or office, or are taking the little tykes home after a soccer game. Maybe you're just thirsty. Wouldn't it be convenient to pour yourself a glass of your favorite flavor of Gatorade right from the comfort of your car? Just place your cup, flip a switch, and quench your thirst.